If you've made it this far, it's no coincidence. The universe has moved invisible threads for this message to reach you. The guardian angels have whispered to your heart that it's time to hear what's been kept in the silence. Take a deep breath. Can you feel that presence? It's the gentle touch of something greater calling you to understand what lies behind what seems distant. There's a reason for this block, a purpose behind this silence. Nothing happens by chance. Where are you watching from right now? Leave a comment and allow this energy to reach your heart. There are moments when life feels stitched together by absences. You wake up, try to carry on, but feel an echo in the air, as if someone's name still lives inside your chest. This person may have distanced themselves, blocked you, silenced their voice, but the universe doesn't erase bonds that were written with truth. Maybe you're still trying to understand. Why was the distance so abrupt? Why did someone who seemed so present simply close the door? The angels know that this question has been echoing within you for some time. They see when, even in silence, your heart still speaks to this presence. And although this person may seem far away, there's a living energy, a gaze searching for you, even when they pretend not to see. Think of it like a closed window. From the outside, everything seems sealed off, everything cold. But through the cracks, light still filters in. This light is what remains of the connection. It's what the angels call the cord of remembrance, the subtle bond between two hearts that have already recognized each other. The block, more often than not, isn't a wall. It's a hiding place. It's someone's attempt to hide from themselves what they still feel. God allows certain pauses not to destroy what was true, but to reveal what still needs to mature. This person hasn't erased you. They might be trying to convince themselves that they can forget you, but each gesture, each memory, each little sign that the universe sends shows that there is an invisible thread connecting you both. Have you noticed? There are days when that person's name pops up out of nowhere. A song, a phrase, a repeated number. These are the signs. The angels are trying to show that the bond hasn't been broken, just quieted. Sometimes silence speaks louder than 1,000 words, and when someone blocks you, what they are really trying to block is their own vulnerability. It's the fear of feeling again, the fear of facing the mirror of love. That person is watching. Yes, even from afar, they want to know how you are, maybe through subtle paths, on social media, through common friends, through thoughts that arise in sync. There is a silent vigil, a care that goes unconfessed, a pride that masks longing. The guardian angels say that true love doesn't need witnesses. It simply exists even when it seems dormant. You miss that person, but what you feel goes beyond mere longing. It's a soul's calling. It's as if the universe is asking you for patience, faith, and surrender. Because there is something in motion, even if invisible. That person also feels the weight of what happened. They carry the discomfort of the distance. But there is a conflict between the heart and fear, and that fear speaks loudly. It says, "Don't go back, it's better to forget." But the heart whispers the opposite. You still care. God allows this momentary disconnection to teach about love that frees, not one that traps. There are lessons hidden in pain, and there is healing hidden in silence. You might be wondering, if there are still feelings, why so much distance? And the answer comes softly, almost like a breeze, because sometimes it's necessary to lose oneself a little to rediscover the truth. The angels show a scene, two souls walking in opposite directions, but in circles as if they are always drawn back together. It's a cycle that hasn't ended. It's just been interrupted so that pride can dissolve. This person thinks about you, more than they would like to admit. They miss your presence, the calmness of your voice, the way you made the world feel lighter. But pride, that old guardian of wounds, still stands tall. It's pride that holds the finger back before sending a message. It's pride that says, "They'll think I'm weak." But the angels know, behind this pride, there is love, there is fear, and there is confusion. Have you ever felt this way, caught between wanting to reach out and the fear of getting hurt again? Between the urge to seek and the dread of being rejected? These indecisions are human, but the universe sees what lies beneath, and it doesn't forget what is true. Even when blocked, the energy of someone important always finds a way. You can feel this in dreams, in intuitions, in small signs from daily life. Nothing is lost when it was real. This person feels your absence. But there's something inside of them that still needs healing. Maybe a bruised ego, maybe an old belief that loving means submitting. God is working on that. In His time, not ours. And in the meantime, the universe invites you to look within. Silence is not a punishment, it's a mirror. It shows you where you've also lost yourself trying to hold on to what no longer fits. The angels whisper, "Don't chase what needs to find you, just stay open, at peace. True love always finds its way back." Maybe today your heart still feels heavy, but notice, even pain has a purpose. It teaches, strengthens, purifies. It's God's way of preparing you for a new season. And while this person watches from afar, something inside them awakens too. Because love, even when suppressed, has a frequency that vibrates in the unseen. And when two souls are in tune, one feels the call of the other, even if they deny it. You are more present in this person's life than you realize. In the memories, in the unspoken prayers, in the comparisons they try to hide. And sometimes it's in that silence, seemingly empty, that God works most powerfully. None of what was felt has been lost. It's just being transformed. And when the right time comes, the universe will move whatever is necessary. But for now, you are called to trust. Trust that there's a greater purpose guiding each absence, each delay, each silence. Because true love isn't measured by constant presence, but by an invisible permanence. This person may have blocked your digital paths, but they can't block what they feel. And that's why, even in silence, they observe. Maybe not physically, but spiritually. Through memories, through thoughts, through sensations that come without warning. The guardian angels say, silence is the language of souls that are still searching for each other. And if you've made it this far, it's because this message was meant for you. Not to fuel illusions, but to awaken faith. Because true love always leaves traces. And what comes from God never gets lost. It only changes form until it's ready to return. But now, we need to look at what hurts. What really weighs on your heart when you think of this person? The silence? The feeling of being left with no answers? Or the fear that this story will never find its voice again? These feelings are like shadows, not to haunt you, but to show you what still needs to be illuminated. The distance may have been that person's choice, but the impact fell on you. And the angels know how much you tried to understand, how much you sought signs, how much you prayed for clarity. That person's pride built walls, and you stood outside, gently knocking, hoping a window would open. But the window stayed closed, and yet a light continued to seep through the cracks. This is the paradox of unresolved love. Physical distance does not erase spiritual connection. Maybe this person feels trapped between two extremes, the desire to get closer and the fear of losing control. There's something in her that cries out for reconciliation, but there's also an echo of old wounds that still bind her to pride. And pride, when left unhealed, becomes armor. It protects, but it also traps. This person watches, observes, tries to stay strong, but the angels reveal there are contained tears, memories revisited in silence, unanswered questions that also consume her. Have you ever felt this? That feeling that someone is thinking of you even without any contact, as if the heart whispers the name of the one you're trying to forget. This is the spiritual bond that the universe preserves until the lesson is learned. God does not allow separations by chance. There are healings that only happen when the sound of the other is replaced by the sound of one's own soul. And it's in this silence that you begin to hear what you once ignored. Your own needs, your limits, your strength. You are being rebuilt, even if you don't see it yet, even if it still hurts. This person's indecision is not a reflection of your worth, it is a reflection of the wounds she carries. And pride is merely the shield of someone who still doesn't know how to deal with her own vulnerability. But see, even with this shield, her heart still resonates toward you. There are nights when she tries to sleep and feels your name echo in her thoughts. There are days when something inside her urges her to reach out, and she holds back, afraid of appearing weak. The universe, however, is patient. It waits for the right time to dismantle defenses, and that time is approaching, even though pride tries to delay it. You feel the calling of this within you, the sensation that something is about to happen, that the cycle isn't finished yet. This is not an illusion, it's intuition. It's your spirit picking up on the invisible movements of energy between you. The angels say, nothing is lost, only silenced. But it's important to understand silence is not absence. It's the field where God works in secret. This person is learning to deal with the consequences of her own distancing. The blockage was an impulse, an attempt to protect pride. But now, deep down, what she feels is emptiness, and that emptiness is the echo of what she tries to deny. There's something in you that she can't find in anyone else. It's as if the universe left a piece of you inside her, a piece that no distraction can fill. But take it easy. Not everything needs to be resolved right now. Divine timing is different from human timing. And while her pride tries to resist, God's love is working to heal what needs healing. Have you ever felt that someone pulled away out of fear, not a lack of love? Well, that's exactly what's happening here. This person didn't pull away because they stopped feeling. They pulled away because the feeling was too intense, too scary, too real, and the ego, used to controlling everything, didn't know how to handle it. The guardian angels show us. True love awakens the soul, but it also frightens, because in its presence the masks fall away. And not everyone is ready to see themselves without defenses. But silence has a purpose. It matures the feeling, refines the pride, reveals what is essential. This person will eventually remember everything more clearly. Every word, every gesture of yours, the peace they felt by your side. And in that moment, pride will start to crack. And when that happens, the universe will create the right opportunity for a reunion, whether physical or spiritual. Until then, you are called to take care of yourself, to reconnect with your light, with your worth. Because when you strengthen yourself, that energy reflects on the other, and love purified always returns transformed. What is happening now is what the angels call a learning silence, a sacred time in which each person is refined by their own reflection. Don't blame yourself. Don't try to understand everything at once. God already understands. The universe is already at work, trust. Because even while blocked, you are still remembered. And that remembrance is the thread that keeps your destinies in motion. Breathe. Feel. There's a new chapter being prepared. And silence is just the pause before the melody begins anew. There's a silent movement happening right now. You may not see it, but the universe is aligning what seemed lost. The guardian angels show two energies that, even when apart, remain connected. It's the field of true love at work, even in silence. This person feels, even trying to deny it, even pretending to move on. There's a knot in their chest, a thought that insists. You. Pride tries to resist, but the heart has grown tired of pretending. There are nights when this person prays without knowing for whom, but the name that resonates is yours. Silence speaks. And what it says now is simple. Longing has triumphed over fear. The universe sends signs, songs, dreams, sudden memories. Nothing is by chance. These are messages. This person thinks of you more than they admit. Soul love doesn't fade. It simply matures. Take a deep breath. Do you feel it? The energy is shifting. Pride is beginning to give way. This story isn't over. Okay, it's just in transformation. God is teaching both of you to love without fear. True love doesn't prove itself. It simply is. The reunion will come as gesture, word, or glance. And when it does, you will know. It was meant to be. Even in silence, there's movement. Even in shadows, there's light. The angels announce, wounds are healing, pride is dissolving, truth is awakening. You cross the desert to recognize the oasis, and now something in you is blooming. This person feels the call too. The emptiness is no longer enough. The memory doesn't fade. God moves hearts, adjusts time, prepares the reunion, physical or spiritual. Nothing is lost, just silenced. And silence is the language of divine love. Do you believe that silence speaks too? Now it whispers, love still lives. Trust. The universe isn't in a hurry. It has perfection. Silence. Breathe. Feel. There's a peace arriving, like the sun after a long night. Everything you experienced had a purpose. Every tear, every weight, every absence. Nothing was a loss. It was preparation. The angels gathered every fragment of your heart and are now shaping a new path, lighter, truer. This person is still connected to you, not through attachment, but through the love that wishes well. God is transforming this story. The reunion will come as a word, a glance, or inner peace. True love does not disappear. It changes form but continues to exist. What once confused now brings clarity. The pain becomes strength. Silence turns into wisdom. You are the flower that blooms after the storm, the soul that learns to love without losing itself. The angels say, the time of waiting ends, the time of faith begins. Everything that is true finds its way back. The universe opens doors. God realigns destinies. Love awakens, more mature, more spiritual. Now you understand love is not control, it is surrender. It is not neediness, it is presence. Trust. What comes from God returns, healed. You are light, and this light still guides this person even if they walk in the shadows. No distance erases what is true. The universe always realigns hearts that seek each other. And when the new time arrives, you will smile and understand it was all worth it. The pause is also part of the melody. If this message touched your heart, it's because it was meant for you. Nothing is by chance. You were guided here. Perhaps your angels knew that you needed a reminder of faith, of new beginnings, of silent love. Which word from this message resonated with you the most? Write it in the comments. It could be hope, new beginning, faith, or light. When you write, you activate a healing energy that reaches others who also need it. Do you believe everything has its right timing? That silence can be a weight from God. Share your thoughts in the comments. If this message made sense, give it a like. It's your gesture of gratitude to the universe. Share it with someone who is experiencing silence. Perhaps through you, they will receive the sign they asked for. And if you want to keep receiving messages like this, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. Remember, silence is never empty. It's the space where the universe works on what is not yet ready. Everything that is true finds its way back. And love, the love that comes from God, always finds its way home. May the angels wrap you in peace. Until the next message, beautiful soul.